Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone who's watching this video. So today I would like to present to you Introduction to Communication, ABCC1103. So before we get any further, let me introduce myself first. So my name is Nur Hidayah Binti Patullah. My metric number is 020302 150038001. And the title of this presentation is Challenges of Online Communication and Culture Shapes Communication Ethics in Malaysia. So, in this video, I'll be sharing my insights on the challenge of online communication and how culture shapes communication ethics in Malaysia, especially among the younger generation. So let's start with the main challenges of online communication. Even though digital tools have made it easier for us to connect instantly, they've also introduced new problems. So let's see. One major challenge is technical disruptions. Unstable internet, audio or video lags, and platform glitch often interrupt communication. This was especially obvious during the COVID-19 lockdown. For example, many students in rural areas of Sabah and Sarawak couldn't attend online classes regularly. A study by Noor Azman showed that over 30% of students in East Malaysia had connectivity issues. So this caused them to fall behind in their studies. Besides that, technical problems in virtual meetings can make it hard for participants to contribute, which leads to frustration and stress. People might feel anxious or even embarrassed, and others might wrongly assume that they are unprepared or careless. That's why we need a better infrastructure, proper training, and most importantly, a culture of patience and understanding when technical issues happen. So, the second challenge is lack of personal connection in online communication. In Malaysian culture, face-to-face interaction is very meaningful, but when we communicate online, we lose facial expressions, tone of voice, and body language. This often causes misunderstandings and emotional distance. On platforms like WhatsApp or Instagram, people tend to use short text and emojis. While this is fast, sometimes feels shallow or unclear. We may have hundreds of followers but still feel lonely because the quality of interaction is missing. So to overcome this, we should try using more meaningful ways to communicate, like voice notes, longer conversation, or video calls to keep this emotional connection alive. And the third challenge is language and cultural differences. Malaysia is a very multicultural country and every group has its own way of communicating. For example, some cultures are more direct, while others prefer a softer or more polite approach. So in online setting, especially without tone or body language, this can lead to misunderstandings. Also, those who are fluent in English may find it difficult to express themselves, especially with slang or idioms. As a result, they may avoid speaking up, so that's why it is important to use simple and clear language, give space for others to share, and be mindful of different cultural styles. So now, moving on the second part of my presentation, how culture shapes ethical communication, especially among Malaysians' younger generation. So Malaysians' multicultural society means that people grow up with different values depending on their backgrounds. Even online, these cultural values influence how we speak and what we consider polite or ethical. For example, Malays often use respectful and indirect speech, while Chinese Malaysians may communicate more directly, and Indian Malaysians may mix politeness with expressive tones. So according to Zainal and Subramaniam, over 60% of Malaysian youth adjust their tone or language depending on who they are talking to online. And this shows how strong cultural influence remains in digital spaces. But it can also lead to confusion sometimes. A direct message meant as honest feedback might feel rude to someone from a more indirect culture. At the same time, young Malaysians are redefining what it means to communicate ethically online. Influenced by global trends, many of them value openness and self-expression more than older generations who tend to prioritize privacy and harmony. For example, In 2023, a TikTok video of Malaysian youth talking about family pressure went viral. While older viewers saw it as a disrespectful, younger audience praised it for being real and brave. Lim and Chong found that 58% of young people think it's okay to speak openly online compared to the only 32% of adults. So this shows that younger Malaysians are trying to balance two worlds, respect for tradition and a desire to speak honestly. They want to be truthful but also respectful. It's not easy, but this is shaping a new kind of digital identity. So that's why I believe our digital literacy education needs to improve. It should teach not only safety and cyberbullying, but also empathy, ethics, and cultural sensitivity. And this will help us build a healthier and more inclusive digital space for all Malaysians. In a conclusion, online communication in Malaysia faces challenges such as technical issues, emotional disconnect, and cultural misunderstandings. At the same time, younger Malaysians are shaping new digital values that blends openness with tradition. So by improving digital infrastructure, promoting empathy, and encouraging ethical communication, we can create a better and more connected online environment for everyone. So thank you so much everyone for your time. Bye bye.